Welcome to Astrodology, the podcast that brings you knowledge, wisdom, and principles that can help you find the peace and comfort we all seek and deserve in our lives. Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Astrodology with Astrid. I hope you're doing well, and I am marveling that we are in the month of December. Like, where did the year go? I'm talking today about the super full moon in Gemini, and Gemini is matching how this year has flowed. It has felt like this year has zoomed by on one hand, but on the other hand, it seems like there were some painfully slow months and times. So I hope you're peaking. I'm recording this on the 3rd of December, and the moon looks magnificent. I mean, you can feel the charged up energy. It's really beautiful to see because we've had some beautiful full moons, so this is the third and final super moon in a row, and it's the last one of 2025. This is the highest rising moon we will behold until 2042. So it's a wrap pretty much on 2025. So this is the final full moon of 2025 coming in on 12/4 at 3:14 Pacific time, which is 6:14 Eastern Standard Time. So as that sun, the circadian rhythm starts to come in, as the sun starts to set, it sets a beautiful stage and backdrop for this gorgeous moon. I mean, this moon is gorgeous. And because it's one of the highest rising full moons, it'll appear full for multiple days beyond the 3 peak days. So just enjoy this, because this won't come back until 2014. We're also in Sagittarius season, and Sagittarius is the last fall zodiac sign. What that means is Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius are the fall zodiac babies. After this, we will enter wintertime. So when Capricorn comes on deck at the end of December, we will be in winter. So we're wrapping up another year, everybody. Unbelievable. The nice thing about wrapping up this year is that Mercury stationed direct on November 29th in Scorpio. So this is going to make this more intense, because Scorpio is already a deep thinker, and now you've got Gemini, who's all about the mind, ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the home planet for Gemini. So when we think of Gemini energy, first thing you want to think of is intellectual. Gemini is, think of communication, duality, opposites, mental energy. Mercury is not in retrograde, but we're still in a retro shade energy. So whenever there is a retrograde, whether it be Saturn, Pluto, or one of the other planets, there's a pre-shadow till we get to the retrograde, and there's a post. So there's still some kind of energy floating. What's exciting about this time is the number 13. You know, 13 sometimes is associated with weirdness or bad luck, but 13 is a powerful number because it reduces to the number 4. Now here's what I love about numerology and astrology. We have 4 elements in 13 degrees. So 13 reduces to a 4, and we have 4 elements. So the sun is 13 degrees in the Gemini moon. The sun is at 13 degrees Sagittarius. The south node is at 13 degrees, and the north node is 13 degrees. Again, the number 13 reduces to a number 4. Now we welcome 4 because 4 is the number of groundedness. 4 corners, 4 legs on a solid wood table is how I see number 4. Now, 4 also can create a box. So we harken back to 2020 when we were literally and viscerally blocked in. We were held in a box. We're also, this is very intense time because we are experiencing a Sagittarius stellium. A stellium is when you have 3 or more planets in the same sign. So Venus is in Sagittarius, Mars is in Sagittarius, and the Sun is in Sagittarius. And this is good news because Sagittarius's home planet is Jupiter. So Jupiter energy is going to expand the energy of Gemini, which, by the way, Sagittarius is Gemini's. So if you're looking for love and you're a Gemini, Sagittarius is your perfect partner. And Sag, if you're looking for the perfect partner, it would be Gemini. Gemini being air and Sagittarius being fire. That air is going to fuel the fire and be in full support. And Gemini and Sagittarius have a lot in common. They have a really lot in common due to they're both very friendly, outgoing, adventurous. Both are very optimistic. They both carry a lot of curiosity, adaptability, and versatility. When you think of Gemini, you want to think of the phrase, I think. And you meet or talk to Geminis, they say, I think, I feel, I know. But their motto is, I think. Their brains are very, very active. So just like Aquarius and Libra, air signs keep the world moving forward. They keep technology moving forward because they're so open to uniqueness and trying different things. So Gemini is the 3rd sign in astrology. So it starts with Aries, Taurus, and then Gemini. 3 is the number of creation. So it's no matter or no wonder that Geminis are very creative people, and they wind up as artists, working in the arts, actors, actresses, being in theater, design. It's no wonder because of all the creativity that they share. I think Geminis are so fascinating and interesting. And so I use the word trippy. So I searched, why are Geminis trippy? And the answer came back. It says because of its dual nature represented by the twins, which can manifest as conflicting personality traits. You think? Geminis are known for their versatility, restless curiosity, and quick-wittedness, which can appear unpredictable or confusing to others. See, this is Gemini's normal life. They're used to feeling like the stock market. But I do think for Geminis, they do get exhausted even with themselves because it's just so much all the time. So this 4 energy can be very grounding, not only for the collective, but also for Geminis in particular. So with this unpredictability, this can make them appear like they have an angel-devil dichotomy and sometimes exhibiting contradictory behaviors. I find this funny. Sometimes I think nothing is absolute, but Geminis are very contradictory and they switch between behaviors within the same day. So it's hard to keep track of like which twin am I talking to right now. I love looking at what other people have to say about the moon, as you know. And this next excerpt comes from thehoodwitch.com. I found these words so powerful and fascinating, so I'll read an excerpt from thehoodwitch.com. The supermoon is going to make us feel like some serious choices need to be made due to the grand cross the lunation makes with the nodes of destiny on the Pisces and Virgo lunar axis. However, being that this occurs in the 4 mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, it doesn't mean we have to stick to our decisions. We have the potential to evolve and grow in the months ahead. So we don't have to be bound by the choices we're making right now. If we feel ourselves between a rock and a hard place, and the only way out is to take immediate action, then we might want to consider our options. There are many crossroads we can travel down, which is why we don't have to stay in the same place or put pressure on ourselves to find the best solutions in a short amount of time. There is an element of healing and transpiring during this lunation. The centaur Chiron shares a quincunx with Mercury, which can allude to minor frustrations. We have the potential to transcend and make amends with others and with ourselves. The caveat is that we may not be ready to, or we may not want to. Having the last comment or word seems more potent than not at this moment. But knowing that we don't have to give our energy to others and can savor it for ourselves is essential to note right now. Gemini is a mutable air sign, movement, shifting, unsticking. This supermoon is going to make us feel like some serious choices need to be made. So again, there's an element of healing, as she said, because Gemini is a mutable sign. So we've got this beautiful, Jupiter energy, and Jupiter helps to expand. So this moon, this lunation is about the strong energy of closing. Like we're closing out a year. We are also closing out a 9-year and preparing for a 1 year. A 1 year is to be celebrated because it's a new beginning. It's fresh opportunities, a fresh start. This is also about illuminating what cannot be held in the same space. Sagittarius energy is very outspoken and they like the truth. Gemini also loves the truth. And it bothers both of these signs when they can feel when they're not getting the truth. It's time to turn the page. So this full moon is about something ending, and that light, like the fire of Sagittarius, is going to light up that insight of Gemini and bring information to us that brings us to a conclusion. It's like the twin energy can feel like you're either winning or losing, or you feel like you got it right or you got it wrong. But no matter the outcome, we will be glad that it happened. And so again, Mercury, motion, activity, communication, curiosity, facts, information, writing, speaking. Gemini is a sign of the twins. So you're going to see in Geminis the ability to have this masculine and feminine energy reside within them. So masculine and feminine energy are states of being. So as the thought says, these are mutable signs. We have 6 planets in these mutable signs. Sun, Venus, and Mars are in Sagittarius. The moon is in Gemini, and Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces. So this is going to help us be more receptive to change and open ourselves up. There's this grand cross that she spoke to with the north and south node, but they're at 13 degrees, which is creating this exact square with the sun and moon at 13 degrees. It is said that this grand cross gives us access to the heavens. So this is a time to connect with Source, connect with God, connect with the universe. This is the energy that governs our future, our destiny, our past, our future relationships. So again, with this mutable, flexible, reimagining energy that's coming through, our fate, our good faith has a chance to show up. Sagittarius energy will be very supporting and activated during this full moon in Gemini. So this moon will shine with wisdom from all that has unfolded this year, all that we've been through, all that we've experienced. There are unique pathways that could open up if we are just receptive. There's a website that I follow. I think she's also on Instagram, but The Girl and Her Moon. She says, this moon says, give it all space, give it all light, give it all a beautiful platform within your mind and heart to acknowledge, thank, receive, and integrate. See, integration is a big step, a leap that we kind of miss out on. We want to jump ahead. But the questions this girl in the moon says we should be asking ourselves is, as we stand in the final moments of this year, what is still waiting to land within you? What is still waiting to be seen within you? What stories are ready to unravel, to fall away? What chapter is ready to come to a loving close within you? So this lunation is about gathering, reflecting, doing a life reflection, as we're closing out this year, starting in January, just reflect back. Get out your calendars, because it's hard for us to remember everything that we do. When we look at our calendar, sometimes we can't remember what we had for lunch last week, let alone the beginning of the year. but acknowledging maybe it's time to let something go. And Gemini energy is bringing the air so we can take that next breath. You know, Gemini being an air sign, Geminis have to learn to breathe. We all need to learn to breathe, but Gemini is so busy moving and wanting things to happen at lightning speed that we all could do with taking a next deep, rich breath. It's time to let go of the outdated narratives. There's a narrative that's outdated right now because you came into 2025 with it and it still hasn't come to fruition. So the closure of this year is really loud with this moon. And the wisdom that you are ready to receive and integrate and carry forward with you is speaking. So these nodes, because this Grand Cross, the lunar nodes, you know, it's about your destiny and it's about your past. They represent these two elements. So with the moon, they're helping us to bring focus, what is ready to be honored once and for all. And that is your heart and what you're feeling. And under this moon, as she said, the hood, what was it? The hood witch said, you know, it's about healing. It's about healing. This is a time of healing. Full moons are all about healing in a way because it's about releasing and letting go. When you let something go, you create the space. So there's healing and letting go of the stories, of the hopes, the wishes, the dreams. Maybe it's not gone forever, but maybe it's just not right now. If something is overcoming your heart that has nothing that doesn't have to do with me, myself, and I, the theory is get me, myself, and I together, and then that thing, that relationship, that person will come into place. So we can't keep giving energy outside of ourselves towards something else that we want without really actually honing in and respecting ourselves. So also because of this Mercurian energy and this intensity with Scorpio, I mean, Scorpio wants us to go deep. So this is about the mind, and Scorpio is all about transformation. So it's going to be egging Mercury on. It's going to make you feel maybe a little more tension, maybe a little bit more hesitant because there's something on your heart. There's something you need to get off your chest. So this is a great time to bring it forth once and for all so that you don't carry it into the new year. Sometimes we're afraid to speak our truth because it may not align with someone else. We may get news. We may confess our love to someone and it's not reciprocated. We may have to tell someone, you know, how they've been treating us is not well and it may not be well received, but at least we got it off of our chest. So because Geminis are ruled by Mercury, it governs our mental processes and how we communicate not only with others, but with ourselves. This energy of the twins, they're both ever curious. It represents the duality of the universe. You know, there's conflict, there's duality in nature, there's flux in nature. We have to have that flux in order to have balance. So this is about the duality of the universe that lives inside of each of us. And Gemini energy reminds us that we are complex creatures. You know, if we were more simpleton and more simple-minded, it'd be an easier place to be. But life is very paradoxical and kind of crazy. But if we can stay grounded within our own selves, it helps. If you've ever simultaneously felt two emotions or felt pulled in two different directions, you're embodying the energy of Gemini, which can be the makings of bittersweet memories, waving opinions, and high levels of indecisiveness. As we go through this full moon in Gemini, feel where your energy has become divided. Where is your mind saying one thing, but your heart is saying another? Where are you feeling indecisive or insecure in the decisions that you want to make? So the idea is start looking at how you can start to reconcile the viewpoints in your own head. What I do honor about Gemini and all air signs is that they're able to see both sides of a situation, an issue, a debate, and kind of hold them both in reverence because they both have something to contribute. But when we're unclear about what we desire or how we want to feel it, it can be challenging. It can be challenging to really hone in our visions. But become aware of any conflicting thoughts or emotions within you. This is the first step. And if you feel torn between the energies, this illumination of the full moon can help you choose one and follow it with confidence as we go into the new year of 2026. I always say that meditation is important, but this is truly, with this last full moon of the year, it's one of the most important times to journal, to meditate, and to speak it out. If I were you, I'd get in front of a mirror and I would speak out the things that I want to release and let go of, and I would speak in. It's like, let everything that needs to go, go, and then I would speak in everything that you want to come. We look into our own eyes, our own faces, because we are the projection. We are the ones that bring through fruition. This is important. Do some breath work. As thehoodwitch.com says, here's some magic that you can do. Uncrossing work for confusion, overthinking, or psychic fog. Now, I know the House of Intuition, they sell some amazing candles. They have different categories that will help with this. They have her next option is road opening spells for communication, contracts, travel, writing. I know for sure that the House of Intuition has a road opening candle. Whenever I'm on a crossroads about what to do and I'm reminding myself, I will definitely get a road opener candle to close out 2025. And they work. It's something, I guess it's like a placebo. Like, you want it to work. I believe in the magic of it. I believe in the words on it. I believe that a road can be opened by me setting my intentions and lighting this candle. And guess what? Placebos work. Clearing mental blockages. Again, as we've been talking about, it's time to clear mental blockages. And one of the ways to clear that mental blockage, a ritual bath for clarity and direction. I was talking to a colleague at work, and we were talking about, he's very spiritual, and he says, when he showers, he goes, I don't just shower. He goes, every day I imagine like I'm rinsing off the old, and it's going down the drain. I'm refreshing my energy, and that's so beautiful. So if you're ready, this full moon will help push us to reimagine and force us to think differently, think of different possibilities, think of different outcomes that we can experience in 2026. Sometimes Sagittarius, because it's governed by Jupiter energy, is hard to define because expansion and abundance and manifestation require faith. This is magnetic energy, everybody. It's time for deep internal listening and connecting, and the universe, the cosmos, has our back, and it's giving everything we need in order to do it. But the overall energy of this last super full moon in Gemini is positive because of Jupiter, because of Scorpio and Mercury helping with transformation, because of Mars, because of Venus, all of our beloved planets. So again, this full lunation comes in on December 4th at 3:14 p.m. Pacific time, 6:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, because it's so close and it's such a high elevating moon, it's going to appear full. Typically, the full moon is pretty potent for the first 3 days, but check it out. You'll probably see this moon full for maybe 3, maybe 4 or 5 days. So don't miss it. I urge you to get out, sit under the moon, stand under the moon, walk under the moon, and really revel. This moon is gorgeous. Like, I was looking at it tonight and I was like, wow, it's not even at its fullest peak, but you can feel the energy. And this is what we're told about manifestation. You want to get into the state of feeling. I know I'm a crazy crystal lady. I know I'm a moon freak. But again, there's so many things greater outside of ourselves that if we tap into this planetary energy, it only brings good. It brings lessons and blessings every single solitary time. So wishing you a beautiful lunation. You have 2 weeks to live in this delicious energy until we get to the new moon in Sagittarius, the last new moon of the year, to close out this, what it was the term we used in 2024, unprecedented year. Thank you so much for tuning in to Astrodology with Astrid. I appreciate your listening and your support this whole year. Please remember to follow me on Instagram at Coda Life Goddess, COTALIFE Goddess. I promise to follow you back. And take good care of yourself. We're going into the high holidays. Please spend time with those that you love. Life is so sacred and precious. As we start to really unwind, this year is a wrap. And I thank you so much for making this one of the most important and special years of my life. So many lessons and blessings transpired for me. And just the fact and the support that I've received from this podcast has been so magical. And I'm so grateful. So I'll catch you in the next episode when we talk about the new moon in Sagittarius. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you for listening to Astrodology. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support the podcast, please hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about it by sharing this program on social media. You can also follow me on Instagram at Coda Life Goddess or at codalife.com. Coda is C-O-T-A, Coda Life Goddess or codalife.com. Thank you again for listening to Astrodology, and I'll see you next time.